muy buenas, soy Sigiloco Games, estamos aquí en el Dragon Age Origins, continuando la historia donde dejamos, y vamos a hacer las misiones de los otros compañeros que quedan. Tenemos la misión de STEM y la misión de Fine. Entonces vamos a ir a otra misión, a una parte del mapa. No podemos hacer así. Vamos por acá.
Let's get started.
Vamos a ir con eso.
Yes. Indeed.
Y esto.
Yes.
Y nos vamos a ir para acá. Y cómo no, otra pelea. Listo. Vamos a hacer aquí esto rápidamente. Vamos por acá. Nada, ponernos esto.
That was interesting and draining. I called forth the spirit that sustains me so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
Bueno.
Anyway, I feel quite all right now. And it seems that my little trick could be useful in a pinch. I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
Y bueno, sigamos. Ok, por aquí. Vamos por aquí. Por aquí. Tenemos un Murloc. Listo. Podemos irnos por aquí. Vámonos. Vámonos de ahí. Hacemos esto. Listo.
Show me what you got. Move and parry. Strike and kill.
Listo. Listo.
On it.
Vámonos. Y por acá está la otra misión. Ahí está. Hablemos con Anating.
Friends, turn back, please. These woods are a danger to those who do not know the paths.
Anarin?
Wait, I remember your face. But younger, more impulsive, stern. Win?
I thought they had killed you.
They very nearly did. The Templars found me while I was searching for the Dalish. They ran me through and left me for dead.
I brought this on you. Oh, I was a dreadful mentor, harsh and impatient. I am sorry for the way I treated you.
I've put that behind me, and you should too. I didn't fit in with the Templars in your chantry. My path lay elsewhere.
Irving is a reasonable man. He will find some way for you to return. The Circle needs new blood. It needs to change.
I have fond memories of Irving. He was always kind to me. I will consider your proposal, and perhaps I will speak with Irving. However, I promise nothing. Now, it is getting late and you have much to do. You should be on your way.
No, we've spent enough time on my personal affairs. It is time for us to move on.
Look at this. It's the hardened sap of a tree native to this forest. It's been something of a lucky charm for me, and now I want you to have it.
Very well. I'm grateful. May your gods smile on you, Anarin.
And on you.
Y listo. Tenemos
I stand ready.
otra cosa. Aquí nos dio. Regalo de Anating. Un amuleto de resistencias. No, vamos ahí. Vámonos de aquí. Sigamos por aquí. Y lo que vamos a hacer es irnos por aquí y dar la vuelta. Aquí damos la vuelta. sí, vamos a la última parte de este juego. O sea, la última parte de donde quiere recoger aliados, porque todavía no se acaba el juego, todavía falta mucho. Pero ya esta es como ya la última, el último escalón. Nuestros últimos aliados que tenemos que lograr que se nos unan a nuestras filas. Y siempre yo le dejo el último porque es la parte más difícil. Vamos ahí. Y aquí primeramente vamos tranquilamente, preparándonos con nuestras magias. Aquí tenemos enemigos. Y aquí están. Primerito ahí. Aquí. Listo. Una vez que hagamos eso, listo. Listo. Vámonos de aquí. Sigamos por acá.
Oh,
Y llegamos.
I did not expect it to be this crowded.
Y llegamos a la siguiente parte de nuestra misión.
Let's get started.
Aquí.
You have some kind of problem? Oh? What was this about? I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
On your
La
guard.
mía. A ver.
Here we go.
Listo. Vámonos por acá.
You hear about this son of Merrick, some bastard from Redcliffe, I hear. Are we supposed to be impressed?
If R. Lehman's standing up for him, I'd say we should be.
I don't know why R. Lehman is complicating things. I thought he would calm all this fighting down, not make everyone even more upset.
Maybe what he says is true. You ever think of that?
Vámonos aquí. Aquí está el último.
So have you... What can I do for you? This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Listo. El último, aquí está el lugar secreto. A ver. Me falta un lugar secreto. A ver, hasta aquí, lugares secretos. Tengo que irme a la posada. Espérenme un ratito. Sigamos. Aquí tenemos a Brian.
this about the guild? I swear, I didn't tell them anything. I just took the sovereigns.
Let's have at it!
Listo.
As you wish.
Y por último, vamos a hacer esto. Dejar un ratito lista ahí. Poner aquí este.
Yes.
Listo. Soy de nivel. Vamos a ponerle bastante atención. Vamos a ponerle esto. Listo.
Step right, make us breath. Oh, beg your pardon, friend. You, startled me a bit. You've, heard of me?
Where is my sword?
I don't know what you mean, sir. I don't have it, I swear by Andraste's knickers. I sold it on the way here. A dwarf near Redcliffe, Dwyn, I think his name was. He's the one who has the sword, I promise you. Said he was a collector.
We'll see.
Vámonos.
I've told you what I can, I swear to you. Oh,
A ver qué tiene. Esta cosa es buena. Es muy buena en realidad. Pero no me sirve para mí, así que... ¿Qué más tiene? Tiene... La Z del libro superior, esta sí. Y nada más. Vámonos aquí. Y vamos a ver así. Y nos dan un ratito aquí. Como no, otra pelea. Y estos.
This should be easy enough.
Nada manchado. Vámonos aquí. Vamos por aquí. Ahí tenemos un colectivo, pero antes de eso, vamos a entrar aquí. Aquí está el lugar secreto. Listo, vámonos aquí. Y por último vamos a hacer aquí.
Isn't that the point? We
A little something extra for friendship.
Y listo. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? No hay nada más. Vámonos. Y vamos a ir a Denering. Vamos rápidamente por acá. Tenemos que terminar algunas misiones. Tenemos aquí misiones, no creo que hay nada más, pero revisemos. No hay nada más, vámonos de aquí. Y lo que vamos a hacer es irnos a guardar aquí. Listo. Bueno, ya está, ya está. Y vamos a ir por acá. Entramos aquí. Y terminamos nuestras misiones.
What can I get you, stranger?
Listo.
What can I get you, stranger?
A ver. Listo. Y por último.
The captain sends his regards.
Listo. Aquí tenemos. No hay nada más.
Maker's blessing upon you, war.
Ya tenemos esta misión de aquí. Tenemos que irnos al risco rojo. Y eso se arregla simplemente saliendo de aquí. Si podemos verificar así. Sí. Vamos a ir a risco rojo. Vamos por acá. Tenemos que ir a la casa de Edwin. Que está justo ahí. Tenemos.
Go celebrate or whatever you have to do. Now, why would you be interested in that?
It's mine.
You know, Farron didn't mention the giant he took it from was alive. Excellent idea. It's in my strongbox. Here's the key. Now, why don't you leave me alone?
Listo.
Let's get started.
Ya tenemos la espadita.
This should be...
Aquí estén. Y vamos a tener la espada.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war. I would thank you for this, if I knew how. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree? Then lead the way.
Y listo, hemos completado la misión. Pero vamos a cambiar el diagrama a este. Listo. Ah, no tiene la misma, así que estamos bien ahí. Vamos a poner esto. Listo. Y bueno, esto podemos vender en otro lado. Es igual. A ver, vamos a ponerle liana. Se han acabado las flechas. Vamos a ponerle las de hielo. Listo. Y vámonos de aquí. Antes de voy a quitar este.
Unexpected. Yes, thank you.
Eso, ahí estamos bien. Y tenemos ya muchas misiones de los compañeros completadas. En total tenemos 5. Nos faltan creo que 2. Y las barras de poder. El Gastón que tenemos. El feria. Disco rojo. Ah, está en el feria. Hasta todavía falta. Y listo. Vámonos de aquí. Donde estábamos antes. Tenemos al viejo Tegrin. ¿Qué tienes?
You have coin, stranger? Fine weapon and arms, dwarven.
¿Qué tiene aquí? Nada. Nada. No hay nada que me interese. Vámonos. Y regresamos acá. Y último que nos queda es hablar con un enanito que está por acá. Vamos aquí a hablar con Aren.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well armed to notice a lonely merchant. Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzamar's lifeline. Even if we're denied a caste, the Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown. Twice a year, I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
Listo.
Best of luck to you.
Vámonos por acá.
King Logain will not...
Vieta! This land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Logain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Y listo, entramos a Orzammar. Y aquí rápidamente.
Trust follow, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting. But your presence will be tolerated.
Listo. Aquí tenemos
Now
unos
that's
códices.
a beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her. She...
Don't say that! Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
Vamos por aquí. Vamos por aquí. Por aquí.
Show some
Por aquí.
pity for a poor old man.
Vamos por aquí. Y
You
por
remind
último,
me of Lady
aquí.
Cecilia.
Who?
She was an Orlesian lady. My mother served her until she died, and Lady Cecilia let me stay instead of turning me out on the street. You are like her in some ways. You have the same poise, the same air of nobility.
Oh, child, I am hardly noble.
I learned that nobility isn't just something you are born with. I have met nobles who are very petty and mean, complete degenerates. Then, there are people with a certain dignity and grace. It draws you to them, no matter who you are or who they are. I think the lowest peasant can have the most noble spirit, and it will always shine through. It is this nobility of spirit that you share with Cecilie.
Why, thank you, Leliana. It is very kind of you to say that.
Vámonos.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Y bueno, así empieza esto.
Vieta, surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order. Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here. They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate. Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter. See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry. Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter. Yes, you should.
Tenemos nuevas misiones.
Alistair, what's this?
It's a sock?
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you. Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's
No,
not mine.
It has your name.
Hablemos con Nerf.
Did you see that? I cannot believe what the city has come to. This would never have happened when Endrin was alive. Aye. What a terrible burden for a father to have only Balin left of 3 fine sons. In the end, Endrin himself recognized that Balin cared for nothing but power. It was Endrin who ordered his son away from his deathbed and embraced Lord Harrowmont as his heir. Lord Harrowmont should be our king. He was King Endrin's closest advisor, the only one he could trust. Endrin himself, ancestors welcome him, asked the Assembly to endorse Harrowmont. He is a good man and a skilled general. King Endrin trusted him with his life, and I will do no less. He died in bed after his eldest son was murdered, and the Assembly condemned his second son for it. I cannot blame him for preferring to join the ancestors in eternal peace, but Balin didn't murder him himself. Only as a potential match for one of his sons. He was a good king, stern and fair and just. Everybody knows he killed his brother Trian and let his father's favorite son take the blame. And many question whether Endrin died abed, as we were told, or whether Balin helped him along. I am Narav Helmi, 3rd daughter of the 2nd matron of House Helmi. And you, stranger, what brings you to Orzammar at such a time? A Grey Warden? That explains why they allowed you past the gates. What kind of aid do you mean? A blight? Now? But our warriors are killing each other in the streets. I'm sorry, stranger. I fear there will be no aid for you in Orzammar. If you seek Lord Harrowmont's support, I suggest you talk with his trusted advisor, Dulin Ferender. He might be able to get you an audience.
Y listo. Vamos por ahí. Y tenemos más misiones. Por ejemplo aquí.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. Now I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs? I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down. Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Y listo. Tienes que ir a coger estos animalitos. ¿Dónde están? Aquí había uno. Ya no está. Otra
Excuse
misión.
me, do you have a moment?
A uno. Vamos por... Ahí está un Nug. Exactamente lo que quería. Eso. Tenemos un Nug. Ahora con Green.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's Luxury Goods Shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying? Right. Yeah, I have some lovely things here. Lyrium. Enhanced, of course.
A ver. ¿Qué tienes aquí? No me interesa. Esto podemos conseguirlo después, así que no me interesa. Igual esto. Y esta es una de las mejores cosas que hay en este juego. Pero también cuesta bastante. Esto también nos interesa. Vamos a comprar esto. Esto y esto. Y esto aquí también. Listo. Vamos a ponernos inventario. Poner esto. Listo. Y esto por último. Y ya, tenemos todo. Vamos a vender cosas.
Have you seen my lunch? It's a piece of lichen bread with a spread of old cheese and shredded dried meat. I'm only asking because you never know who's going to get hungry. Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work you've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself. Well, it's the lyrium, you know. Raw blood of the earth. It's more alive than you and me. Most of the time, that's no problem. When it's all bundled up in a piece of steel, it'll leave you alone. But handling the ore directly, sometimes you get burned. It's not just your skin it takes off. It'll burn directly into your mind. Of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs in hours. Weird seeing how big you are. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not directing the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck. Not crazy, just a little forgetful. Don't worry, I'm fine when I work. Just look at my wares. I have the best blades here. Enchanted to hold fire, ice, anything you want to put in it.
Listo.
Right, best in the trade, you know. I work the ore myself.
A ver, así vendamos cositas que no nos sirven. Por ejemplo esto. No nos sirve. Esto no nos sirve. Y estas cosas tampoco. Eso... Bueno, podemos dejarlo ahí. Vamos a vender esto, esto. Listo. Bueno, esto dejamos ahí. Y... a ver. Solo nos falta este. Pero de momento no. Vamos por acá. Tenemos otro nujo por aquí. Listo. Otro nujo por acá. Ahí está. Nueva misión ahí.
Ancestors guard my son, for he is lost in darkness.
Listo.
For you know what it is to me.
Y tenemos otro mercader.
Is that drunken singing I hear?
Tenemos aquí un nujo. Nuevo códice. Nuevo mercader.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
A ver.
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Vamos por aquí. Aquí tenemos. No nos sirve. No nos sirve. Y aquí nos montó el instrumento mortal. Pero esto tampoco nos sirve, así que. Estos son regalos especiales. Pero nada más. Vamos aquí. Ahora con Filda.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone. My name is Filda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. The Deep Roads are where Darkspawn come from. They descend for miles into the earth, and we must patrol them constantly or be overrun. I lost my husband to them. If I lost my son the same way... The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way. How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself. A warden. So you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good Widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Nueva misión. Vamos con el hermano Burgers.
Maker's blessing on you, brother. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers. The Shaperid controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting. The Shaper of Memories controls the Shaperid, Orzammar's record system. Like the Chantry's historians, but more thorough. They track the births and lineage of every dwarf born in the city, every property sale, death in battle, marriage, or divorce. The Shaperette is in the prime tier of the city, near the royal estate. Does this mean you will help me then? I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please, let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Listo. Nueva misión. Tenemos aquí un barcito. Vamos por acá. Está cerrado.
Right.
Vamos por acá. Hablamos con Cazador.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell. Gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say. Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Listo.
You look like you're not from around here. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? Oh, my lady, it's an honor. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation and a great responsibility.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Caitlin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic. He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them. I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing. What do you mean? Oh, you're looking for payment. My father's shop refines lyrium for smithing. If you help me, I'm sure I could get you some. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcasts. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Y listo. Aquí no podemos entrar todavía. Vamos por acá. Y vamos a ir por aquí. Por aquí. Listo. Vamos a hablar con Janar.
Welcome to Janar Family Armors. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Janar's, we have everything from leather to platinum. I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him. He always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object. For 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself. Of course, keep in mind we also take items on trade.
Vamos a ver qué tenemos aquí. Nada. Y nada. Nada, nada. Y nada. Vámonos de aquí. Esta tiene misión. Pero no vamos a hablar porque si hablamos con él se nos anula otra misión, que es la de Dagna. Así que no vamos a hacer nada ahí. Vamos por acá. Vamos a entrar a la taberna aquí por aquí. Bueno, el señor Helmi es de... Aquí, un dragón sin dragón. Vamos a ver. A ver. Ah, no, debes hablar con Barta Carro. Y... Dueling Foreigner. ¿Quién es el señor Helmi? No me acuerdo. Ah, bueno.
Thimble of dwarven ale, walk up a week.
Lo pongo aquí con corro.
Atrust stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you? With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have? Someone's feeling generous. A round of Valentis Red for everyone.
Y perdemos plata.
This, my friend, is the paragon of ales. The best your money can buy. Enjoy.
¿Cuánto pierdo? Ah. Está bien. Ando aquí, como terror nervioso.
They're everywhere! What? Get away! You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends. This thing's older than Darkspawn. And once you're in the story, they find you. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Una misión.
Told him I don't understand why the provings aren't open to everyone.
Ay,
I mean,
no.
it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our...
Ya me acuerdo quién es el señor Helmi. O sea que aquí no hacemos nada, vamos.
On it.
Lo siguiente que vamos a hacer es irnos para acá. Vamos a entrar aquí. Vamos a ir por aquí. Vamos a leer esto. Father Helmi.
So the closer
You have
live
come
to
at a
the
difficult
surface,
time.
the higher class you are. Unless you're actually on the surface.
Vamos por aquí. Aquí tenemos la casa de jarrón. Ahí vamos a entrar. Señora Dace.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Edwin's memory.
Tenemos a Neraf.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, most likely to pay respects to the rightful king, Prince Balin.
Me pareció real. Pero aún no podemos entrar ahí. Vamos por acá. Y vamos a ir un momento al moldeato. Que está aquí. Justo ahí. Ah, faltan unas cosas, pero bueno. Hacemos después. Y aquí tenemos más misiones. Tenemos a Horta, la Legión de Acero. Vamos a ir por aquí. Ah, Eliana.
Hey.
Tenemos un libro. Listo. Otro libro. Listo. Otro libro.
I shall.
Otro libro.
Yes, of course.
Otro libro por aquí.
It's done.
Otro libro. Listo. Y tenemos un muro de memorias.
On my way.
Y de momento todo bien. Y vamos a hablar con este de aquí.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperit. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine! He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dusttown. They couldn't know the value.
Tenemos nueva misión. Y vamos a guardar aquí. Y hablar con Goleador.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you. Ask, and I shall do my best to answer. All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to Paragon. A Paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name. We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Shirok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn. At the other side of the old Empire, during the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Shirok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us. The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle. But Caridon's tag is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more. They are to us what a colony is to surfacers. Please, speak your mind. We were a great empire once, outnumbering even... We traded, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory.
Sí, ya está.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. Please, speak your mind. That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city. I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition? What sort of charities do you mean? Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more? I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
Y listo. Tenemos la misión y tenemos a Horta.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads. A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Y listo, tenemos nueva misión. Y bueno. Creo que vamos a dejarlo todo por aquí. Con un montón de misiones tenemos en Orzammar. Pero bueno, ya completamos una. Y nos vemos de la siguiente vez.